Good morning, my dear senior 2 students. Now we are going to take revision in pure mathematics branch. Answer the following questions. Question number 1. In the opposite figure, the average rate of change of the function f equals. This function y equal f of x represent the straight line y equal negative x. So this is the equation of the straight line. So the function f of x equal negative x. The average rate of a change a of h equal fx1 plus h minus fx1 over h. Substituting in the function itself, negative x1 minus h minus negative x1 over h. Cancelling negative x1, positive x1, negative h over h will be negative 1. Number 2. If summation from x equal 1 to 6 ax plus b equal 15, summation from x equal 2 to 6 ax plus b equal 7, then a plus b. We know that summation from x equal 1 to 6 ax plus b equal 15 as he said. Therefore, the summation from x equal 1 to 6 equal. Substituting by x equal 1, a plus b. Then the summation will be from 2 to 6, which is mean equal 7. So a plus b plus 7 equal 15. So a plus b equal 8. Question number 3. In the opposite figure, measure of elevation angle of the point E when it's measured from B equals. From B, so the angle is this part and this part equal alternating Z plus this angle. This angle alternating equal Y. So the elevation angle in which he wants is Y plus Z. Number 4. Summation from k equal 1 to n k equal x, and the summation for k squared equal 7x, then n equal. By using the summation notation rules, summation k equal 1 n k equals n times n plus 1 over 2, and for k squared equal n plus 1 to n plus 1 6. We know that this summation is equal 7x, which means 7 times n plus 1 over 2. Cancelling n plus 1 from both sides, divide 2, so 2n plus 1 over 3 equals 7. 2n plus 1 equals 21, so n equals 10. Question number 5. The opposite figure represents the function fx, where f is an even function. If the average rate of a change of the function x when changes from x1 to x1 plus h is k, and the average of change when x changes from negative x1 minus h to negative x1 is m, then k smaller than m equal negative m, k equal to m. Since the average rate of change from x1 to x1 plus h is k, so k equal fx1 plus h minus fx1 over h. M is f of negative x1 minus h minus f of negative x1. Taking negative as common factor, so f of x1 minus fx1 plus h. I take negative from common factor from the bracket, so f of x1 minus fx1 plus h over h. Why? Because this function is even function as he said. So here, this case, fx1 minus fx1 plus h over h, this is negative k. So k equal negative m, or m equal negative k. Question number 6. 1 times 2 plus 2 times 3 plus 3 times 4 plus 4 times 5 plus dots equals what? This question we can answer it by using trials from the given answers. You will find that the answer is number A. If we put r equal 1, so 1 times r equal 2, 2 times 3, and so on. Question number 7. If the variation of f equal negative 1.7 when x changes from 2 to 2.1, f of 2 equal 5, then f of 2.1. The variation vh equal f of x plus h minus f of x. So vh equal f of 2.1 minus f of 2. This is equal negative 1.7. And f of 2 equal 5. So f2.1 negative 1.7 plus 5 will be 3.3. Number 8. From the top of a tower, the depression angles of the top and the base of a minaret were measured. They were 32.27, 57.32 respectively. If the height of the minaret is 37 meters, then the height of the tower approximately equals. After drawing the figure, you will find it as in front of you, completing all the remaining angles, applying sine rule in triangle ABD, BD over sine 90 plus 32.27 equals AB over sine this angle 57.52 minus 32.27. So from this case BD equal 72.7. Triangle BCD, which is right angle triangle at C. So sine 57.52 equal DC over BD, and we have BD 72.7, so we can get DC it will be 62 approximately. Number 9. Summation from x equal 190 cosine x minus sine x equals 1. Expanding this expression, cosine 1 minus sine 1 plus cosine 2 minus sine 2 and so on till 90. You know that cosine 1 equals sine 89. So cosine 1 minus sine 89 cancel, and also cosine 2 and sine 88 and so on up to reach cosine 90 minus sine 90. 0, 0, 0, cosine 90 0, sine 91, so it will be 0 minus 1, which is mean negative 1. In which of the following functions then the variation of f when x changes from a to a plus h is equal to the variation of f when x changes from a minus h to a? Also, this question we can answer it by trials. I tried by the function f of x equal 3x plus 2, f of a plus h minus f of a equals f of a minus f of a minus h. It will be 3h. From the top of a rock of height 180 meters above the sea level, an observer measured the depression angles of two poles on the same vertical plane with the observer. They were 48.30, 32.25. If the two poles are on two different sides of the rock, then the distance between the two poles equals. After drawing the figure, triangle ACD, this is right angle triangle at D. So tan 48.30 equal AD over DC. AD equal 180, so DC equals 180 cotan the angle will be 159.25. Similar way in triangle ABD, you will find that BD equal 283.45. Adding the two answers to get the length of BC, it will be 443 approximately. Number 12. Summation from r equal 1 to n 100 minus 4r equals 0. Then you want the value of n. After distributing the summation in the bracket will be summation from r equal 1 to n 100, which is mean 100n minus 4 times summation for r using the rules will be n plus 1 over 2. Simplifying this equation, you will find 800n minus 2n squared minus 2n. So 2n squared minus 98n equals 0. Taking 2n as common factor, we'll find that either n equals 0, this is refused, or n equal 49. Question number 13. Length of a rectangular metallic thin lamina at 3 times its width. Its expanding perceiving its shape, and the ratio between its dimensions remains constant. The rate of change of its surface area with respect to its length when its length equals 6 centimeters equals. Here, if we suppose that the length of the rectangular lamina is x, its width will be x over 3, because the ratio between them is 3 to 1. So its area length by width will be x times x over 3 will be 1 over 3x squared. The rate of change is limit h tends to 0, f of 6 plus h minus f of 6 over h. Substituting in the function 1 over 3x squared will be limit 1 over 3 6 plus h all power 2 minus 1 over 3 6 squared over h. Expanding the bracket and simplifying. So by substituting by h equals 0, so the final answer is 4. 14. If a over b, b over c, c over d are quantities from an arithmetic sequence, then c times c plus a. You know that the common difference is any term minus its preceding term. So b over c minus a over b equals c over b minus b over c. Collecting the like terms bc and bc, or we can making same denominator Lay rule, b squared minus ac over cb equal b squared equal c squared minus b squared over bc. Cancel bc bc. Therefore b squared minus ac equals c squared minus ab minus b squared. So 2b squared equals c squared plus ac. Taking c as common factor, so 2b squared equals c times c plus a. Number 15. F of x equal piecewise function x squared when x greater than or equal to 4x when x smaller than 2. Then f dash 2 equal f of 2 equal 4, f dash 2 left, which is mean 4x, f of 2 plus h minus f of 2 over h. Substituting by x equal 2 plus h, 4 times 2 plus h minus 4 over h, 8 plus 4h minus 4 over h, so will be 4 plus 4h over h. Substituting by h equals 0, so the function is undefined. So f dash 2 here doesn't exist. If a, b, c, 40, x, y, z form an arithmetic sequence, then a plus b plus y plus z equals what? We know that this sequence is an arithmetic sequence, so the arithmetic mean of the term a and z, b and y equals 40, which is mean that a plus z over 2 equal 40, which is mean that a plus z equal 40 times 2, and b plus y over 2 equal 40, so b plus y equal 40 times 2. So a plus b plus y plus z equal 2 times 40 plus 2 times 40 equals 160. Number 17. A boat moves in a straight line towards a rock with uniform speed 300 meters per minute. At a certain instant, the elevation angle of the top of the rock was measured from the boat. Its measure was 35, and after 2 minutes it was measured again. Its measure became 60. Then the height of the rock equals what? After drawing the question and completing the angles, you know that the uniform speed equal distance over time. So the distance from the two points CD equal 2 times 300 will be 600 meters. Angle ADB is an exterior angle of the triangle ADC. So angle DAC equal 60 minus 35 will be 25. Applying sine rule in the triangle ADC, 600 over sine 25 equal AD over sine 35. So AD equal 814. Triangle ADB is right angle triangle LB. Applying sine rule again, you will find that AB equal 705. In any arithmetic sequence Tn minus 1 plus Tn plus 1 over Tn equals. You know that Tn minus 1, Tn plus 1 are three consecutive terms from an arithmetic sequence. So Tn is the arithmetic mean between Tn minus 1 and Tn plus 1. So their sum Tn minus 1 plus Tn plus 1 equal to Tn. Divide both sides by 2n. So Tn minus 1 plus Tn plus 1 over Tn equal to. Question number 19. The opposite figure represents the curve of the function f. Then the function gx equal absolute function f of x is not differentiable at x b naught. You know that gx represents the curve of the function absolute f of x. This function has cusp at each of -1 and 3, which is mean that the direction of the curve will change its sign before and after -1 and 3, which is mean that the function is not differentiable at -1 and 3. Number 20. If the measure of the angles of a pentagon form an arithmetic sequence has common difference 10, then the measure of the greatest angle of this pentagon equals. If we suppose that the measure of the angles form an arithmetic sequence A plus 10, A plus 20 to D, A plus 30, A plus 40. The sum of measures of the interior angles of the pentagon, n minus 2 times 180, 5 minus 2 times 180 equal to 540. So their sum 5a plus 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40, which is mean 100 equal 540. So from this equation a equal 88. So the greatest angle a plus 40, 88 plus 40 will be 128. Next question, number 21. If we insert n arithmetic means between a and b, then the common difference of the arithmetic sequence is number of means equal n, so the number of terms of the sequence is n plus 2. The first term is a and the last term is b. So b is the last term, which is mean tn plus 2, which is equal a plus m plus 2 minus 1d. A plus m plus 1d. This is b. So b minus a equal m plus 1d. So d only equal b minus a over n plus 1. Number 22. F of x equal piecewise function x squared plus 2 when x greater than 1, x squared minus 2 when x smaller than 1, then f dash 1 right. F dash 1 plus call limit h tends to 0 positive f1 plus h minus f1 over h, which means the first one a plus h squared plus 2 minus between brackets 1 squared plus 2. After simplifying it, we'll find that this limit equal to. Number 23. If the number of terms of the arithmetic sequence is 20, then the fourth term from the end equals what the term from the beginning. Number of terms of this sequence is 20. Fourth term from the end. So the fourth term from the end equals 20 minus the 4 terms plus 1, which is mean 17. And the opposite figure, CD represents a hill, AB represents a tower, theta and alpha are the measure of the depression angles of A and B, from C respectively. If the height of the tower equals h meter, then DC equal h sine alpha cosine theta over what? Here triangle ABC, applying sine rule, h over sine alpha minus theta equal BC over sine 90 plus theta alternating. So BC over cosine theta equal h over sine alpha minus theta. So BC only h cosine theta over sine alpha minus theta. This is number one. Triangle CDB, right angle triangle AD. So you can get sine alpha alternating equal CD over BC, and BC equal from 1. So substituting from 1 to CD equal h cosine theta sine alpha over sine the difference alpha minus theta. Number 25. An arithmetic sequence in which Tm equal n, Tn equal m, where m not equal to n, then the common difference of this sequence d equal Tm a plus m minus 1 d equal n. Number 1. Tn a plus n minus 1 d equal n. By subtracting 1 from 2, cancel a with a, so nd minus md and negative d plus d equal m minus n. So here n minus md equal m minus n. Divide both sides by m minus n, so d equal negative 1. Question number 26. In the arithmetic sequence 2a plus 5b, 3a plus 8b, 4a plus 11b, t10 equal. So the first term in this sequence is 2a plus 5b. The common difference 3a plus 8b minus between brackets 2a plus 5b will be a plus 3b. So t10 a plus 9d, so 2a plus 5b plus 9 times a plus 3b, it will be 11a plus 32b. Number 27. The number of 3-digit numbers which each is divisible by 9 is. You know that the 3-digit number belong to the closed interval 100 and 999. Those divisible by 9 begins at 108 and ends by 999. So the form arithmetic sequence, its first term is 108, its common difference is 9, so the last term L 999 equal A plus n minus 1d. From here we can get that n equal 100. Number 28. The opposite figure, CD represents a tower, AB represents a house of height h. Theta and alpha are measure of depression angles of A and B from C, respectively. Then the distance between the top of the tower and the house equals. I draw it again and put the alternating angles, theta and alpha. Triangle ABC, h over sine alpha minus theta equal AC over sine 90 minus alpha, which is mean cosine alpha. So AC equal h cosine alpha over sine alpha minus theta. Number 29. If f of 2 equal 4, f dash 2 equal 1, then limit x tends to x f2 minus 2fx over x minus 2 equals. Adding in the numerator 2f2 and subtracting 2f2 and separate the limit x f2 minus 2f2, taking f2 as common factor, so the remainder x minus 2 over x minus 2, and here taking negative 2 as common factor, so fx minus f2 over x minus 2. The first one, limit x tends to 2 for f of 2, which is mean 4. The other 2 times This is f dash 2, which is 1. So 4 minus 2 times 1 gonna be 2. Question number 30. Tn is an arithmetic sequence in which mtm equal ntn, then tm plus n. If the first term is a and the common difference is d, so m times a plus m minus 1d equal n times a plus n minus 1d. ma d ma plus m squared d minus md equal na n squared d negative nd. Collecting all terms on one side, you have am minus an, taking a as common factor, n minus m squared d n squared d, taking d common factor, negative md negative md. Also, divide both sides by m minus n, so a plus d times, this is difference between two squares, so the answer is m plus n, minus d equals 0. Taking the common factor, a plus m plus n minus 1d. This is the form of the rule of Tn plus n. Question 31. If f of a equals 0, f dash a equal b, where b bigger than 0, gx equal absolute f of x, then g dash a. You have that f of a equals 0 and f dash a equal b. Therefore, this function has derivative, which is mean differentiable at a. So f dash a positive equal f dash a negative equal b. Since gx equal absolute f of x, which is mean piecewise function, one time positive, one time negative, when x greater than or equal a, smaller than a respectively. So g dash a positive equal f dash a, which is mean b. G dash a left equal negative f dash a, which is mean negative b. From 1 and 2 they are not equal, so g dash a is undefined. Number 32. The arithmetic sequence in which its first term is 4, its fifth term is 20 is a equal 4, t5 equal 20, which is mean a plus 4d equal 20. Substituting a equal 4, so d equal also 4, so the sequence is 4, adding d, 8, 12, and so on. Number 33. What is the number of clock chimes in one day if you know that it's chiming once at 1 o'clock, 2 times at 2 o'clock, and so on? Concentrate in this question. Number chimes every hour form an arithmetic sequence twice daily, 24 hours. 1, 2, 3 up to 12, twice, 2 times. So their sum equal Sn times 2, which is mean 2 times n over 2, first term plus last term, which is mean n times 1 plus 12. And n here in this case equal 12, so it will be 156. Number 34. The curve of the function f in the opposite figure represent the straight line L, then the average rate of change of this function. Average rate of a change of this function equals slope of the straight line, which is mean tan theta, tan 30. Number 35. In an arithmetic sequence, S5 minus S4 equal 20, S8 minus S7 29, then T51. S5 minus S4 means T5, so T5 equal 20, A plus 4D equal 20. Number 1. S8 minus S7 means T8, T8 equal 29, so A plus 7D equal 29. By solving the two equations 1 and 2 together, A equal 8, D equal 3. So T51 equal A, 8 plus 50D, 50 times 3. So the answer is 158. Question number 36. An arithmetic sequence consists of 27 terms. Its middle term 41. Then the sum of terms in this sequence equal. 27 terms, so S27 equal 27 over 2a plus L. We can write it in the form 27 times a plus L over 2. A plus L over 2, this is the middle term, which is mean 41. 27 times 41 equal 1107. Question number 37. The opposite figure represents the curve of the function f, function r such that from r to r, where y equal f of x, CD intersects the curve at C and D, then the average rate of a change of the function f when x changes from x1 to x2 equals. You know that here the horizontal distance from x1 to x2 equals 6 units, and since the length of CD equals 10 units, so if you move this distance 6 units up, so you can get the vertical distance from D to C by using Pythagoras, square root 10 squared minus 6 squared will be 8 units. So the average rate of a change in which he wants, well, vertical change 8 over horizontal change 6 will be 4 over 3. Question 38. If 16 arithmetic means are inserted between A and B, then the sum of all terms of the produced sequence equals. Number of means equals 16, so number of all terms equal 18, which is mean that S18 equal 18 over 2, first term A, last term B, which is mean 9A times B, A plus B. Sorry. Number 39, the opposite figure represents the curve of the function f, then f dash 1 left equal. This function, as you took before in the first term, represent absolute value x minus 1. We can write it as piecewise x minus 1, x greater than or equal 1, negative x plus 1 when x is smaller than 1. And it's continuous at x equal 1 as in front of you. So f dash 1 left equal negative x. Its derivative will be negative 1. So the answer of this function is negative 1. Question number 40. In an arithmetic sequence, t1 equal 10, tm equal x, tx equal m, Sn equal 0, then n equal Tm equal A, which is mean 10, plus m minus 1d. This is x, number 1. Tx 10 plus x minus 1d equals m, number 2. By subtracting 1 from 2, 10 minus 10 cancel, x minus 1 minus m plus 1d equal m minus x. So x minus md equal m minus x, which is mean that d equal negative 1. And since Sn equals 0, therefore n over 2, 2a, 2 times 10, plus n minus 1d, 1 equals 0. So in this case, cancel n over 2. So n minus 1 times negative 1 equal negative 20, which is mean that n equal 21. Question 41. F of x equal piecewise function ax plus 5b when x bigger than 2, 28 when x equal 2, bx squared plus 3a when x is smaller than 2 is differentiable at x equal 2, then a minus b equal. Since the function is differentiable at x equal 2, therefore it's continuous at x equal 2, which is mean that f2 positive equal f of 2, which is mean 28. So a times 2 plus 5b equal 28. This is equation 1. And f2 left equal f of 2 also. So b times 2 power 2 plus 3a equals 28. This is equation 2. By solving equation 1 and 2 together, you will find that a equal 4 and b equal 4. So a minus b equals 0. Question number 42. The sum of the first 10 even numbers in the set of natural numbers equals. The even natural numbers are 0, 2, 4. As you know that they form an arithmetic sequence. Its first term is 0. The common difference is 2. So S10 equal 10 over 2. 2 times 0 plus 9 times 2, it will be 90. If the n is an arithmetic sequence, T3 plus T7 plus T11 plus T15 equals 72. Then S17 from the beginning of this sequence equals T3 A plus 2D, T7 A plus 6D, plus T11 A plus 10D, T15 A plus 14D equals 72. So 4A plus 32D equals 72. Divide both sides by 4. So A plus 8D equals 18. S17 equals 17 over 2. 2A plus 16D. Taking 2 as common factor and cancel with the 2 in the denominator. So 17 times A plus 8D, which is mean that 17 times 18 equals 306. Question number 44. Limit h tends to 0. F of h plus 3 minus f of h minus 2 plus f negative 2 minus f3 over h equals what? To have here limit f of h plus 3 minus f of h minus 2 plus f negative 2 plus f3, f of h plus 3 minus f3 over h minus f of h minus 2 minus f negative 2 over h. This is f dash 3 and this is f dash negative 2. Question number 45. If Tn is an arithmetic sequence, Sn over Sm equal n squared over m squared, where n doesn't equal to m, then T6 over T17. Sn n over 2 to a plus n minus 1d, Sm m over 2 to a plus m minus 1d equal n squared over m squared. Cancel n with n, 2 up and down, m with m. So 2a plus n minus 1d over 2a plus n minus 1d equal n over m. Crossing multiplication, 2am n dm negative dm, 2an nmd negative nd. And collecting the like terms, 2ma minus 2na minus md plus nd, taking 2a as common factor m minus n, taking negative d common factor m minus n, divide m minus n both sides, so d equal to a, T6 over T17, a plus 5d over a plus 16d, a plus 5 times 2a over a plus 16 times 2a will be 11a over 33a, which is mean 1 over 3. Question number 46. If f is a function, 3f dash 1 equal to f1 equals 6, then limit h over f h plus 1 minus 3. 3f dash 1 equal to f1 equals 6, so f of 1 equal 3 and f dash 1 equal 2. Limit h tends to 0, f1 plus h minus f1 over h was mean f dash 1 equals f of 1 plus h minus 3 over h. This is equal to. But in the question, it's reciprocal h over f1 plus h minus 3, so it will be half. Question number 47. If Tn is an arithmetic sequence, the number of its terms is n, T1 12, Tn 78, Sn 1035, then T4 equal. Tn equals 78, A equals 12, Sn 1035, so Sn n over 2, A plus L, 12 plus Tn 78, so in this case n equals 23. Tn equals T23, 12 plus 22d equals 78, so d equals 3, which is mean that T4, a plus 3d, a equals 12 and d equals 3, so T4 equals 21. Next question number 48. If 0, 1, 2, 3 is an arithmetic sequence where Sm is the sum of the first m terms from the odd order terms, Sn is the sum of the first n terms from the even ordered terms, then Sm over Sn equals. The sequence of the odd order terms 0, 2, 4 is Sm, m over 2, first term 0, last term 2m minus 2, which is mean that a plus l. So it will be m over 2 times 2m minus 2, which is mean m squared minus e. And the sequence of the even order terms 1, 2, 1, 3, 5, and so on. So Sn n over 2, 2a, 2 times 1, 2, plus n minus 1d. So d here equal 2. So 2 times n minus 2 equals n squared. So Sm over Sn, divide both sides, will be m squared minus m over n squared. Next question, number 49. If the sum of the first 20 terms of an arithmetic sequence equals 190, and the sum of the next 10 terms equals 395, then T8 equals S20 equal 20 over 2, 2a plus 19d equal 190. So 2a plus 19d equal 19, this is equation 1. Sum of the next terms, 10 terms equal 395. So S30, 190 plus 395 equal 585. 30 over 2, 2a plus 29d. So 2a plus 29d equal 39. Solving the two equations 1 and 2 together, you will find that a negative 9.5, d equal 2. So 38, a plus 7d, negative 9.5 plus 7 times 2, it will be 4.5. Question number 50. If the sum of the first n terms of the sequence is n over n plus 1, then 1 over t8 equal t8 equal s8 minus s7. So substituting in the form of the sum, he gives us 8 over 8 plus 1 minus 7 over 7 plus 1. It will be 1 over 72. So 1 over t8 is 1 over 72 will be 72. If Sn is the sum of the first n terms from an arithmetic sequence, S1 equals 6, S7 105, then Sn over Sn minus 3. S1 equals 6, so T1 equals 6. S7 105, 7 over 2, 2a plus 6d equal 105. From this equation, you can find that d equals 3. Sn over Sn minus 3, n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. N minus 3 over 2, 2a, n minus 3 minus 1 times 3. So cancelling 2 with 2 and simplifying the two equations, you will find that n times 3n plus 9 over n minus 3 times 3n equal n plus 3 over n minus 3. This is part 1 of the division.